Boy, do I have a surprise for you today. And I'm gonna say it right at the beginning of this vlog because there's a couple of you out there that don't want to hear about the pooping situation out here. So we're gonna talk about pooping in this vlog today because when I said, what questions do you guys have? Do you know what the most asked question was? Overwhelmingly, how do you use your bidet? So today I'm gonna show you guys how I use my bidet, which I am madly in love with. And no, I'm not going to be naked. I'm going to simulate it so we don't get too many details there. But I especially got questions from women because we have different body parts, right? And so the whole, how do you wipe, how do you this? So it's coming for you today, guys. Get ready.
Welcome to day 55. I'm Sunshine, and I'm Captain.
And I'm Sunshine, and I've been doing that. I've been calling myself Captain, and now you're calling yourself Sunshine. Oh my gosh, we're crazy. We're totally crazy. We're still walking.
And we're still talking. Wait.
We took each other's line. We have scripted this seriously, guys. Oh my gosh, we gotta stop sleep. We gotta get out of sleeping in a bed.
No kidding.
Tonight's our last night in a bed, and then we won't see Will for a while. Well, we'll see him on Friday for his work and my work. But other than that, that's it for a bit. We're sad, but anyway.
So I've got a headache this morning, which isn't ideal, but if it persists, we will exit out at 8 miles. Today we're planning on going for 20 or either 8 or 14.
Yeah, I think that's something important to note. So we were coming here and he said, I have a headache. He took something for it. But I got on Far Out and looked to see, okay, do we have an exit strategy? Because I said, hey, maybe we take the day off. And he said, no, he didn't want to. He thought it would go away. But I wanted to make sure we had a spot where we can exit and be picked up if it just gets worse or he's not feeling well. Because this is already hard enough. The last thing you want to do is be out here just feeling sick. A mild headache is one thing, but if it escalates to something else, you really need to rest. So that's our plan for the day. I can't remember where our 20 miles gets us off, but we'll tell you at the end. Let's go have a fabulous day.
I don't wanna go where my body's going, leaving my soul out in the pouring rain, alone without a name. I'm a good son, I'm a good brother from a good father. I wanna know where I'm going to and what I'm passing through. I'm in a rebound from a turnaround, hitting the ground hard.
So one thing I'm really noticing about the fact that there's less people on the trail and 60% have dropped off by this point is that at least seems to be a bit consistent unless we're in a very populated park where locals come and hang out on the weekends, is that the trail is narrowing. It kind of feels like we're walking, like both of our feet can't even be beside each other, like one person's feet beside each other on the trail. Like you have to walk one in front of another, like almost like you're on a balance beam. It's a bit more overgrown, probably because there's not as many feet coming across it.
And also probably because the trail maintainers have to go there less because there's also less of a kind of a group hiking.
Right. I'm sure that the trail maintainers are just as awesome here, but like Captain said, you know.
There's less of a need when there's less foot traffic.
Right. And so far today it's almost 11 and we've seen only one other person going northbound and we saw him a couple of days ago as well. I'm glad he passed us because now he's taken out all the cobwebs, which Captain and I can't stand. I think it's a sensory thing. Like I feel if there's a hair on my back, I can feel it. Like I'm just like, ah. So something we haven't talked about yet on the vlog is sickness. There's one thing to have like an ache and a pain and maybe do less miles or go slower, but it's another if you have a headache or an upset stomach or you're throwing up or diarrhea or something like that. And so today is our first day of dealing with it, and Captain has he's not feeling unbelievably bad, but he's feeling a little bad.
Not feeling perfect, that's
so
for sure.
On a 0 to 10, what would you say your sickness level is right
About
now?
a 4 or 5.
And has it been a 4 or 5 since we got on the trail?
Yeah, I mean, walking is definitely not, I don't want to say it's improved things, that's for sure.
Yeah,
But,
he seems like he's usually way ahead of me. Not way ahead of me, but a good distance ahead of me. Today he's a little bit slower. He's kind of getting winded easier. And so we've checked that there's an exit point. I think it's 7 miles in and 11. And then we'll reevaluate at that point. He's not sick, like a risk, a danger or anything at this point, but there's no need to be hiking when you're not feeling well. It's one thing to just have like a little ache and pain or a little tummy ache or a little headache. But if you're really feeling bad, our policy is just to, if we're out here with our full packs, which is most of the time, then we would just plop our tent up early and he'd get in the tent and kind of relax. We have the luxury right now of Will being a half an hour away, so we can always message him and have him come get us. So we'll circle back, let you know how it's going so far. How are you feeling right now? Like so far, do you want to stay on the
I'm
20
fine
miles
staying
or do
on.
you want
20 miles, maybe.
Okay.
It all depends on how I feel in the future.
All
But
right,
yeah.
so we'll reevaluate in a couple hours. All right, are we ready for bidet class? Everyone is so curious about this. I ask almost, not everyone, but I ask a lot of people. Okay, so I'm super comfortable talking about poop because I've been living this life that I lived for 10 years. And we've had to go to the bathroom in Turkish toilets and use water beside the toilet to flush it and out in the wilderness. And then on the boat, that's all boat people talk about is poop. And it's talked about on the trail as well. So I'm always asking people, are you using a bidet? Tell me a little bit about it. Thank you to my friend Albert, who was the first person who kind of told me a bit about using bidets on our Inca Trail group trip. It was really helpful. I watched a vlog of a man simulating how to do it, which gave me more info. I reached out to this guy, Andrew, who's hiking. I think he's almost done the trail, and asked him some questions because I was pretty determined to get this. I've used bidets before in living in Europe so much, but they're usually attached to a ground. They're not this size. So when I ask people, when we're talking about this at shelters, I haven't met one other person out here that's using them. I know they exist, but I haven't met anyone. So I know a lot of you are curious about this, so we're gonna talk about it today. The first thing you do with the pooping situation is you get off trail. I don't remember how many feet you're supposed to be off. I go so far that no one can see me. Right now, I'm just simulating this in a campsite because Captain is eating his BLT bagel over there, and this is a nice flat ground. So the first thing you need to do is you need to get way off trail. I don't Google how many feet it is. Maybe we'll put it here. I don't remember exactly how many feet it is, but far enough off trail so that people aren't stepping in it when they go whatever. Okay, then you take your little travel thing here. Then you dig a hole. So you dig a hole 6 to 8 inches deep. Now, this is not an ideal spot to do it because it's a nice hard campsite. So we're gonna pretend I have a 6 to 8 foot hole there. I'm sorry, 6 to 8 inch hole here. Okay, and you dig it down, okay? There's our hole. I have my little bag here made by Hilltop Packs, which I love, and a little potty thing on it. And then I keep some toilet paper in here because Captain does not use the bidet, and then some female wet wipes if I need to freshen up. So this is my bidet. It is called a culo clean, and culo actually means ass in Spanish, which I'm sure was probably their intention when they did this. I love it. Okay, I'm just taking my regular drinking water, okay? I know this sounds disgusting, but this should never touch your butt, okay? This thing is not gonna touch your butt. So you pop it in here, push it in, okay? And then if you see, got a nice little squirt there. Now, people that I've watched online use like this much water. Some people say they don't want to use these because it uses too much water. I use as much water as I want because getting water and resupplying has not been an issue at this point. If it becomes an issue, then I need to reconsider. Okay, so you assume the position, which it's kind of hard to do, make sure I'm still on camera, but I can squat really well and I don't need to hold onto a tree. But if you need to hold onto a tree, hold onto a tree. I'm not gonna squat so well right now, showing you how to do this because I'm trying to make sure I'm in camera and everything. So I squat like this, then I take I really don't wanna get soaked either today. I take this like this, and then I squirt like that. Now, it should not touch your butt, and it should not be down here in your butt, okay? It should be up here where your butt crack starts. So the stream comes out and then rolls down your butt crack, okay? And if you've got a nice good squat in there, it just perfectly rolls down your butt crack. Okay, you can see how it squirts out like this, see? Okay, I put it, now I'm soaked, that's okay. I put it here, I squat, okay? It's not touching my butt, guys. That's why it's okay to be in your drinking water. Now, here's where you have to be really careful. So you're squirting, okay? This is a part where I'm gonna lose a lot of you. It's disgusting, but it is what it is, okay? We're not in Europe, we don't have a fancy towel or anything like that. You can carry a towel if you want. You're squirting, then you take this hand and you reach around and you wipe, okay? You don't take this hand back and put it on this, obviously, right? So now you've got dirty, poopy hands at this point, okay? Maybe you need to wipe again, okay? You keep dirty, poopy hand. You come here to your soap, not your antibacterial. That's not gonna do the job. You give yourself a nice, massive dose of this, boom, boom, boom. Okay, this is still clean hand. This is still clean hand over here, poopy hand over here, and then you take your cool and you clean off. You give yourself a nice, good clean here. I don't need to tell you guys this, I'm sure you know this, okay? And then what I like to do, okay, so I give myself a nice clean like that. Now, this still hasn't touched, this still hasn't touched my butt. But just in case that it's not clean enough, I remove it with this hand, which is still my clean hand, okay? I put this back in my bag. I give myself some more soap, I lather up again, and then I wash again. Okay, what else do I need to tell you? Okay, so I don't wipe dry. It's summer, so the first time I used a bidet, it was cold. I had some bathroom issues throughout the day. I was afraid I was gonna get chafing, so I used it a couple times in one day. And then I was like, I'm not using that again until it's warmer because I was freezing, okay? And then I don't dry, I just kind of go like this. I give it the sunshine shake. And then I just pull up my pants and that's it. I go on my merry way. Okay, so females, we've always been taught that you wipe, and men watching this, you might be learning this for the first time, but we wipe from front to back, okay? We do not ever wipe the poop area forward because it gets in our female areas and can cause all kinds of problems. So when you're down here doing your wipe, you have to be very careful about how you're doing that. In an ideal world, it would be squirt, and then I guess if you could wipe like this, but it's a really, really complicated position to be squirting like this and then wiping like this and then trying to keep your position. If you can do it, do it. If those of you with younger bodies can probably do it really well. I can't do that. So how does it not get my clothing wet? Okay, so the squat has to be very, it's nice if you can do it on a little bit of a hill, okay? So you're squatting like this. It's so hard to do because I'm on a flat surface, but and I'm squatting, and my clothing is here. So the water goes like this, and then drips down right here. It almost drips down like when you're going pee. So it doesn't get on your clothing at all. At least with me, it doesn't. I've done it a lot, and I didn't think there was a huge learning curve with it, guys. It's kind of weird and awkward. It's kind of weird to be putting your hand down there like this instead of toilet paper, but you're doing a good clean after. Although I suspect that if anyone watches this and then I offer some of my snacks at a shelter, they're gonna be like, oh no, that's the girl who cleans her poop with her hand. So this is the most important ingredient right here, is to really wash up once you're done. And then, okay, then you have your hole, right? And then you take this, you cover your hole back up. Maybe put some leaves on there, give it a good stomp, and you're on your merry way. This should not get poop on it either. The brown stuff on the end of this is dirt. So in theory, if you're doing it right, you're not gonna get poop anywhere. And you should not, I mean, you guys saw what a good squirt this gets. So you don't have to feel the need to kind of put this too close to yourself. Like, look at this thing. This gives you a nice big squirt. I mean, you could probably, I've never done it, but you could probably hold it way out here and still get the job done. Again, don't cross-contaminate. Do not use poopy hand to take this off, because then you've got poop on this and poop on this. This hand stays over here by its lonesome until it's really, really clean. All right, if you guys have any other questions about that, please let me know. It's Coolo Clean. I love mine. They come in different colors, not that that really matters. And for those of you who don't want to hear me talking about poop, I'm sorry, but it is part of the trail, and it actually is one of the most, even on the trail, it's when I talk about the bidet or when people are talking initially in the beginning, it's one of the things, I haven't heard the men talk about as much, but it's one of the things that really deter women from wanting to do this trail long term. That and menstruation, and I'll talk about that in another, everything I'm kind of doing for that in another vlog, but those things, I feel like we need to talk about them because those things should not be things that scare people away from the trail. Now it's just routine on the trail for me, and it's not like stressful or scary. Plus I'm carrying very little toilet paper, which is nice, so it's less weight, it's less impact on the environment, yada, yada, yada. All right, I hope you enjoyed this bidet tutorial. Wow, this is a super nice shelter. Hi. Wow, this is a nice shelter, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Is that a real bathroom?
Yep.
Oh,
Well, if you go down to the
wow.
visitor center, they do have real bathrooms.
This is so nice.
And the visitor center is right over there. It's like
Wow.
you can see the roof of it right
Well,
there.
we're only slack packing today, but we're back with our regular packs tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I kind of wish we would have found this with our regular packs. Wow.
So you
this
go the
is-
road somewhere, man.
The second floor is just as nice as
There's
the
a
first.
second
too.
floor.
It's got headroom.
They're good.
This is a shower.
Yeah, it's not working right now, sadly, or the hot water isn't.
Oh my
But there's a
gosh.
sink out back too. This is upset.
Oh my
If you
gosh.
guys need water, there's a water pump up that way.
We
that has
just
cold
filled
water.
up with water. Gosh, I would love to find a place like this when we're actually not slack packing.
Well, if you come back through here, I mean.
No, we're going to Katahdin. There's no coming back.
Okay. Fair enough. I feel ya.
Wow. So this is in memory of Thomas Baldwin, who was only in his 30s when he passed. Well, they did a beautiful thing here. Wow. In his memory. You ready?
Yep.
See you later.
Have a good one. Enjoy your hike.
Thanks. Captain, do you need to use the bathroom?
No, we've got our own bathroom back at the place.
Well, you can, if you have to go now, look, a bathroom and a clothesline. Wow. I can't believe no one's staying here. I think a lot of people go in and resupply here. But a shower and everything? Wow. This is quite a treat on the trail, isn't it? I mean, I was hoping for lemonade or an ice cream, but this will do. Will you get me, let's do blue fruit punch Gatorade, please. This is the visitor center here. All right, so this is where Will is. And I have no idea where we are. Oh, we're on the Appalachian Trail. Let's see, Grayson Highlands. We are Raccoon Branch, over in there. Visitor Center, okay. Captain has willingly given me a chicken even though he's not feeling great. Cluck, 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 cluck. That was like a half a chicken.
Oh, well, there's 3 cars coming.
3 1/4 or 344 miles. Captain has decided that he's gonna stop. We're gonna stop at 12 miles because he's not feeling great. Good decision to honor your body. And so Mr. Will, Sherpa Will, is gonna pick us up in 3 1/4 miles. And look at this little message here. I love you all. We love you too. I think I swallowed a bug, you guys. So, Captain, I need something to drink. Today has been the buggiest day we've had so far. They keep flying in my eyes. You know, my eyes are huge, so there's a lot of space there for them to go into. Other side. Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. We have bug nets finally. They're not with us today, but they'll be with us tomorrow. Ugh. So how are you feeling on a 0 to 10? What are you feeling?
I'm about a 5 or 6 right now.
Oh, you feel a little bit worse?
Yeah.
All right, what's the first thing you're gonna do when you get back?
Shower. Take a very long, nice shower.
It's gonna be your last one for a while.
I know.
Tomorrow we're back on with packs on. Woo-hoo. You okay with that?
Yeah, no, I'm
We can take
excited.
another day if you need it.
I'm just, that's very far away in my mind right now.
Will is really good at finding us, but like I'm having my doubts. Even though I told him where we were, like this seems really, really remote.
And it's not like we haven't had him come up roads like this. It's just we're a lot more used to paved roads now.
Right. Right, he's been picking us up at paved roads. Yeah. And there is something coming. Something, even though it's really bright and the sky is blue, there is something rumbling in that sky.
Yeah.
It's a coming. So it's probably a good thing that you made the choice that you needed to get off today at, I think, around 12 miles or 13, because I think that something is coming and it sounds ugly.
No kidding.
And we would have like another 7 miles in it.
Yeah.
You found us! You found us, baby! Yay! Was it hard?
No, I got lost once.
Oh, you did? All right, let's do this. Captain's feeling a little bit better after a 3-hour shower.
Yeah.
Did that do the job?
Yeah, definitely.
We both showered. Can you smell how nice we smell? We're going to talk a bit about the protein bars we bought and what we like, what we don't like, what has the highest protein. And I just want to start off by saying, do not do what I did. It was my decision to do this, which was completely ridiculous, is I went to Costco. We haven't lived in the US, you guys know, for 10 years, so I don't know anything about protein bars. So I just went to Costco and I bought big packages of all of these. They're in front of us, okay? Thinking, well, if I don't like one, I'll be hungry enough on the trail, I'll just eat it.
Yeah.
Totally big mistake.
Not really, no.
Because there's someone here, for example, this Kirkland one, chocolate brownie, we have chocolate chip cookie dough, is the most disgusting thing I've ever tasted in my life. And it doesn't matter if I was starving to death, I still don't think I could get it down. I've only been able to get down half of them when I was really desperate. So my suggestion is buy one of everything and try them out and see what you really like.
But only one.
But only one, right? We had access to Costco. We don't have a Costco card. And I just went crazy thinking we'll make it work. And it wasn't such a good idea because neither one of us will eat these. So
But let's run through what we have.
Okay, so we have, you know more about these, so why don't you, I'll be Vanna White here.
Starting at the top, we have the pure protein bars with 21 grams of protein. These are all arranged in protein numbers. And it really is a disparity between taste and protein, I find. That one specifically, I have found problems of when I'm in the sun a lot. It has like a chocolate covering almost, and it melts, and it gets really annoying to eat once you open it after like a few hours of that. So that's a little bit painful.
And on a 1 to 10, 10 being really good, tasty.
I'd say that's about a 5 or a 6.
5.
It's not ideal, but it's also not horrible.
I've had one bite, couldn't do it. All right, how much protein is this thing?
That's similar to the pure protein. That's 21 grams of protein, but it really doesn't have much of a flavor, and it feels like very condensed cookie dough. No matter the flavor, it just feels very condensed.
And it doesn't taste like cookie dough.
And it very much doesn't go well.
This is brownie, but cookie doesn't. I can't stress enough how I hate this. I'm sure there's someone that really, really would like this, so we're gonna drop about 30 of these things, and they're super heavy, in a hiker box, because I know there's gotta be someone out that's like, what, are they crazy? They don't love this? This is the Costco brand Kirkland. Okay, how about this one?
Next up, we have the Think bars. Those have 20 grams of protein. Those are honestly one of my favorites. They taste good. They don't have kind of a meltable structure, and they've got good calories as well. But honestly, I would say that those are up there because
these are contender.
Those are a contender because they taste good. They have multiple variations that taste really good, and they're also just not bad.
And this flavor is that brownie?
Yeah, that is brownie, and they have multiple really good flavors. Next up, we have Cliff Bars. Those are where we drop protein. Those only have 10 grams of protein. But I would honestly say those are the best tasting.
These are your favorite, right?
Those are, I'd say, yeah, those are up there. But just because they eliminate protein for flavor, and I would definitely say there is a disparity.
Crunchy peanut butter. Now we get to my friends. This is the Lara bar. How much does that one have in it?
That one has 4 grams of protein.
Okay, so go ahead.
We're considerably dropping.
This is a lot less. So I have to eat, these were at 20, so I have to eat 5 of these. I would rather eat 5 of these. These are really fruit-based, at least this one is, and the ones I've had have all been fruit. This is cherry pie, and I can really taste all the fruit in them, and I just love them. They're moist. They don't feel like chalk going down my throat. They don't feel like brown chalk or anything like that. I love them, but I have to supplement with other protein because I don't really want to eat 5 of these. But I'd rather eat 5 of these than 1 of these or 1 of these. I absolutely love them. Then we have this one. This is a small version, so this is, they make them the bigger version. Lara bar and then the Kind bar are my 2 favorites. And these are the things that taste the best to me. They're nuts, there's sea salt. This one is caramel, almond, and sea salt. I just love it. It doesn't leave a foam on my teeth. It doesn't feel like a lump of something going down my throat. Again, I usually take like 3 or 4 of these at a time, and then I supplement with some other sort of protein because I've come to the conclusion that I would rather eat these and have less protein and then eat more of these and supplement with other types of protein than any of these. They're just not doing it for me. Cliff Bar, I can do a little bit, but I can't do that many. You were eating in the beginning like 4 of these a day.
So yeah, I'm still trying to eat more of those a day, but I found that kind of in the list, it's definitely changed. Like I would say,
you're tired of them, right?
I'm not prioritizing the ones that have more protein.
These are not being prioritized, and right now he's on his cliff kick.
I'm more prioritizing these 2.
Okay, these 2. So that just gives, we're gonna chat more about protein and calories and what we're getting in and all that stuff in a deeper vlog at some point. But right now we just wanted to talk about these because these basically live with Will, and then when he sees us, he brings us a bunch, and he's gonna actually start mailing boxes to us because we're not gonna see him for a couple months, and we wouldn't have all of these together at once, especially this one since we're getting rid of these and donating them soon.
Yeah.
And we wanted to give you guys kind of an overview of what we're eating and what we like.
There are a lot of other options for protein. I think that we went a little bit too exclusive, and I feel like we should have looked around more, but these are definitely kind of a small snippet of what there is to offer.
These are the ones they had at Costco, and that's where we were shopping. So as the course of, we're almost just like a quarter of the way down the trail. So as time goes on, when we have to resupply at a grocery store because we haven't gotten a box from Will or something, we will probably pick up 1 or 2 other ones and try them out. These I had a long time ago. I think I listened to a podcast about this girl and her business, how it started out of the back of her car, and then I bought one and then I liked them. And this just feels good to me because it has a lot of fruit in it. So do you want to wrap up today since we have some other things we need to take care of because we're back on the trail with PAX tomorrow?
Absolutely.
All right, so we were gonna go 20 something, but you weren't feeling well and you made a decision to honor your body. And so we went 12 miles from VA Route 670 to USFS 89 Glade Mountain Road. Okay, best and worst. I'm gonna sit back, but you guys, I have shorts on. I know it looks like I'm naked, but I have shorts on. What was the best part of your day?
I would honestly say the best part of my day was just kind of, I don't know, it wasn't a very eventful day.
It wasn't a very eventful day.
No.
Yeah,
we had a really good view this morning, though.
We had a nice view when we did the time lapse. I don't know if there was a best, and I don't know if there was a worst for me today. It was just kind of a day.
I wasn't really focusing on the best parts today, just because I wasn't feeling great. So I would say that was my worst.
Yeah, and I guess my worst was that he wasn't feeling well. I'm a mama to the core, and he wasn't feeling well. I just kind of felt like, I'm not going to make the decision to get off the trail because he's 16 and he needs to understand his body and know when he needs a break. But I felt like, I don't want him to be pushing himself out here when he's tired. It's one thing, I'm not tired, when he's not feeling well. It's one thing if you're tired and you push a little bit harder. Yeah. It's another if you're not feeling well. So I think you not feeling well was the worst part of my day. And I guess the best part of my day was probably that Will picked us up because this is the last day he's going to pick us up until we have work day, which is on Friday, and then we won't see him again probably for a couple weeks. So it was really nice. It's always nice seeing him drive in to pick us up. Like, he found us, everything went okay, and now we get to chat in the car for like 45 minutes about our day. So I think that's it. Right?
That's about it.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us again. Good night.
We will see you on day 56.
And I'm sure if someone comes by while I'm doing this, they're gonna be like, why is she just pooping out there in the open and why aren't her pants down? Okay. I'm squatting. Okay. Just focus on me, camera. Jesus. Okay.
Nice pictures, and I do a video diary every morning.
Oh, so do we. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we love the Osmo. It's awesome. Oh, I guess I can turn my mic off. This is a small one, so I don't know what the protein is on this one. Can you see what it is?
It is 3 grams of protein, so 1 less.
So this, if it was this size, it'd probably be
It'd probably be around 6 or 7.